What's up guys, 6x Player here. Today I'm doing a deck update for my Link Joker deck. I wanted to do this just because the meta right now is really weird where Link Joker can't really do much because Link Joker is really slow. Like even Blouse can rush down Link Joker, and Novel with their Kagero retiring effect is just really good. And Eradicators will always be good just because with their retiring effects. So yeah, Link Joker is just weak against those clans just in general, and even the Revenger player can retire the right rear guards to avoid the lock for Link Joker. And now you even have duos which draw a lot, by the way, and have a standing Vanguard and return rear guards back to their hand, so it's hard to lock now. And even Gold Paladins will be getting their unlocking in set 15. So if you're not making Omega Grand Neos from set 15, you won't be getting much Link Joker support anyways, and you would have to wait till Legion comes out. So I wanted to show this deck, my new build. It's working out really well, so let me share this with you. Just real quick. The trigger lineup is pretty standard. You have your 6 crit and your 6 draws and your 4 heals. Get that out of the way. You have to run your 4 break rides. I mean, they're just too good not to run. Yeah, you gotta run them. Pretty standard. 2 Chaos Breakers. Chaos Breaker is a great card. You should run him. He's amazing. And 2 of these new cards, which I'll show you at the end, just to make more sense of the deck. So let's just put these right there. So those are the grade 3s. And like I said, the new grade 2s, which I'll show you at the end also. And you have your 3 Colony Makers. Amazing card. With this deck, you actually get to use them now, early game, which I'll explain later. And you have your 3 12k attackers. That's the grade 2 lineup. And these are also the 4. And you have your 4 new grade 1s, which I'll show you at the end also. And 3 of the Lantum, really good. It gets 2,000 for every lock card, every time you lock something, so gotta run those. And these are the relockers. I wish I had room for one more, but I don't, so yeah. And you have your perfect guards. And now a new starter, which I'll show you, and 1 Dusttail Unicorn, just because he's really good, but he's not my starter. Okay, now let me show you the face down cards in the deck. You'll just find out right now. Alright, starter is Micro Hole Draco Kid. Yeah, so you say it's the rank chain. Yeah, you're pretty much right, except for this. The grade 3s are not Sword Shell Dragons. Just because Sword Shell is not really that good, it relies too much on the right chain, and the Counterblast is way too heavy. So why I run this card is the right chain. I only run the grade 2s and the grade 1 for the right chain for a simple reason. So when you ride this on top of the grade 0, you get to look at top 7 cards for the grade 2 or short child, which you don't run, and you get to add it to your hand. So, and if you have the grade 0 in soul, it gets plus 1,000, so it's AK. Good early game, obviously, just because avoid that rush, which people do against Link Joker. And yeah, he gets you. So if you ride this on top of this, look at top 7, add the grade 2 to your hand. And so you have an 8k Vanguard. And then you ride this. Now you have a 10k Vanguard. And as soon as you ride this on the grade 1, you get to lock 1 card, which is really amazing just because you get to lock early game. At first, Link Joker doesn't really have any early game pressure. So you have to rely on Mobius Breath. Mobius Breath has to hit the Vanguard to lock. So you don't really get to use Colony Maker at all unless you relock, but that is too slow. So yeah, took Mobius Breaths out, and just because riding the grade 2 you get to lock, and then you get to call Colony Maker and Counterblast 1 to call a Starvader from your deck, and that's really good. Just so Link Joker gets an early game presence, which they don't have. This right chain actually gives them an early game presence. So that's why I run these. And then you have a 10k Vanguard, which is also good against rush decks. Yeah. And now for lastly, the grade 3s, which I run. I used to run Nebula Lord Dragon. He is really good. He bumps up your rear guards. But the only thing is, in tournaments, like, I had to ride him many times without the break ride because I didn't get it. And without the break ride, he's not really that good. And like my opponent would just not have a booster, so he would avoid the lock, and which was really annoying. Just because, and that reason alone is just enough to take him out, just because he's not really that good without the break ride. So the new grade 3 I run now, instead of those two, is Barney Star Twin Gunner. Now, a lot of people overlook this card just because he's not a Starvader, but he's a really good Vanguard by himself. So his skill is Limit Break, Combat Blast 2, Soul Blast 2, choose your opponent's rear guard in the front row and the back row and lock it. So you don't need a break ride for this. You just need to have 2 Combat Blast and 2 Soul Blast. And that's amazing because now you don't need to rely on the break ride. And his other skill is when he attacks the Vanguard, you can Soul Charge a Link Joker rear guard to give him +5. So you can Soul Charge your Starvaders to build up Soul for Chaos Breaker. I've been having a lot of success with this deck just because the hand you get is amazing. Like these 4 cards in your opening hand is just amazing. Ride this, get another grade 2 if you get one, add it to your hand. Ride this, get to lock a card, and then call this. And Combat Blast 1, call the relocker from your deck. And that alone is just amazing. You get to lock early game and call rear guards early game. And he's also really good just because you can lock 2 cards every other turn. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck update, and I hope you guys tried this out and let me know how do you like it, and leave a like if you did. And yeah, can't wait for the Legion to come out for Dark Zodiac. And thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next time.